right. I think we should be set here. All right. SES, and I think I hear us. Music is down to a point where it's relaxing and not too distracting. Here. All right, we can get started. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and wherever you're joining us from. Hello, Ivana. Good to see you in the chat room. Hang on, since you are here. There you go.
Ooh, hello.
There you go. It's my fancy hello now for you. All right, welcome to Coded Live here, folks. As you know, this is a channel where we talk about a bunch of things throughout the week. We do CMS, Sitefinity on Mondays, podcasts. We do Unity on Tuesdays. We are building a VR world. That's a lot of fun. Wednesdays are about React and some UI fun with CSS. Today is Thursday, so it's Xamarin and it's .NET Day. And Fridays we do a chat show. So yeah, come and join us whenever your time permits. Ganeshan V, hello, good to see you, and thank you for tuning in. Okay, so that's not my car, obviously, it's my desktop. It's actually Iron Man's car. It's the new Audi e-tron GT that's coming out next year. It's all electric, super fast. But that's not what we are here for. Let's pull up Visual Studio. Today is Xamarin Day, so let's talk about Xamarin stuff. And last Tuesday, I think, or maybe Thursday, I did like 2 streams because I was coding and I wanted to move it forward. So I think let's see where we left off. And I might want to add a few more platforms to support this particular app running on, and I might add a little bit more functionality. Yeah, I remember now. So this one is like, if you look at this here, this is a pure Xamarin.Forms application, nothing fancy going on. This one is our .NET standard library. And then I have platform-specific projects. I don't have Android here, but it's the same thing. I do have iOS, and then I took the same project to Windows, and we added a WPF head, so it works on desktop as well. So what I might want to do first is... Oh, another green screen. Hang on. I got my freak out emoji. Let's fix it. This is Windows saying, I don't recognize the input you're giving me. Easy to fix. Come back, desktop. Come back to me. All right. Now you should definitely come back. Okay. Please stay there, Elgato. Stay there for me. Yeah. All right. We can stop freaking out. We're back. Okay. So where we stopped was we added the WPF head to make our Xamarin.Forms application work on desktop, but we didn't do anything else. So let's add maybe a Mac head, so it runs, the same app runs on Mac OS as a desktop application, and let's add a little bit more functionality to it. But before we do that, let's jump in and see where we left off. So I had a constants file, yes, so this was pointing to a RESTful endpoint. And this, by the way, folks, if I want to go into it, I think I have it bookmarked here. So this is just a free JSON feed, RESTful feed, so to speak. They have things like get and put and post. They have things like posts, comments, albums, photos. I think the one that I did was for posts. So this is actually returning stuff in Latin. So if you look at the responses, it's just like, think of it like as posts or comments to a certain blog post. Yeah, thank you, Visual Studio. I don't want to do all of that right now. So this one is like every user has an ID, and every post has a title and a body, and this is the stuff we are pulling back. So it's kind of like 101 in mobile apps. So to do that, we had written a little class here that represents what the object is, what the table is, or the structure of the JSON is coming down from the cloud. And it has some JSON properties tied to it, so we can call it whatever. So title, body, user ID. And then we had a posts manager that we'd written, and this was the one which had the observable collection. So it's just a generic class that's a collection of C# objects, and we are doing a task and a await, and we are pulling down the stuff from that RESTful endpoint, deserializing it back in and putting it into this collection called my posts, and that's on that get posts method. And so in our UI, I think all we had was just a list view. This is our only like our starting and our only page. I might bump up the fonts a little bit so you folks can follow. And then in the code behind, it was super simple. We just did a draw UI, and I'm setting the item source of the list view to that get posts thing. So we're going to go fetch the posts, and we're going to bind it to our UI, and that's how it works. So let this run for a second. I have the iOS as my startup project, and let's see how this will look like. I mean, it has no formatting whatsoever. It literally is just a list view. The iOS simulator is coming up, and there we go. So just a flat out list of all the posts. I think they gave you like 100 back at a time, so you get them in your iOS app, right? So no formatting whatsoever, but we are getting our data and displaying it. We're not saving it or caching it anyways, but that's fine. That's just the first step. So how can we get this to work on desktop? We tried WPF, which works. Now let's do Mac. So I'm going to go out here and maybe do, what was it called? I think I've written like articles on this, but I've forgotten. Xamarin.Forms on Mac OS. Let's see, docs, sure. Okay, oh, this is still in preview, but this is from 2017. They still have not made this final. And I think things are evolving. Like once .NET MAUI hits, you're going to get like much more official support for this out of the box. But that's probably another year from now. All right, so let's add a Mac project. So it's a Cocoa app, but we're going to, I'm pretty sure, take away the storyboarding and let Xamarin.Forms do its thing. Okay, let's do that. So Mac app, Cocoa app, let's add that. So we're going to go into our solution here and add new project. Where's Mac? There's the Mac app, Cocoa app, yes sir. Let's do that. Where did my music go? It's coming, it was just a slow track. That's a weird track either, as well. How about this one? Maybe. All right, we'll stick to that. All right, so this one was called Xamarin.Forms Goes Places. So let's name it like that. Now, as is the norm, instead of .ios, we're just going to call it .mac. Yeah. Target macOS Catalina 10.15. That's fine. All right. Yes. Go ahead and create a project right there and create. This is another weird soundtrack. All right. How about some nice, soothing music? Maybe this one's better. Okay. So we got my project here done. That's good. So here's my Mac project, and yes, there's an app delegate which we will work on just a minute. But there's going to be no like Mac specific project. Okay, let's see. We got that. I think we have to add the reference to our project. Yep, add Xamarin.Forms NuGet. Let's do that first. because it's not right now. This does not have anything. Yes, okay, because it does have Xamarin Mac. Because essentially this is rendering. Like you could do a Xamarin Mac project, but we just don't want to write the storyboard. We want Xamarin.Forms to do it. So let's go in here, manage NuGet packages. Yep, NuGet.org is where we want to go. Let's get Xamarin.Forms. And yes, latest is fine. Oh, I may have to match it to the version that I have in the .NET Standard library. Hello folks, if you're just joining me, this is Xamarin Thursdays on Code It Live. So I'm playing around with some Xamarin stuff and trying to add some functionality to a sample app and make it work across a few platforms. And my music is maybe a little tad too loud. Stay there. Okay, so let's see, where do we go? Did we add Xamarin.Forms? Successfully added. Okay, you're not showing it. Packages, okay. There it is. Okay, so this is 4.7.1260. Is that the version that I have in my standard library? 4.5. Oh, this may be a problem. Yeah, go ahead and update. Why not? Update. Alright, with warnings, fine. Xamarin Essentials, let's update you. Yes, accept. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, now we should be good to go. So we have Xamarin.Forms projects that are matching, and now I think we need to add the reference to the Xamarin.Forms project. Sure. Alright. And we'll deal with the app delegate in a second. Wait, and it's in my references, right? Add reference, projects, and that's the .NET Standard library. It's incompatible, of course. iOS, you cannot add a reference to that. All right. Yes, we good. All right. We done that. And now what? Update the main CS to initialize app delegate. Yeah. So we're copying and pasting, making sure the app delegate fires up, which I think it does. Oh no, it does not actually. Okay. Here. Do you want to say add this line? There we go. So now our program execution should start at app delegate. Yeah. Now update the app delegate to initialize Xamarin.Forms, create a window, and load Xamarin.Forms. This is exactly what we're doing. So we are newing up Xamarin.Forms. So it's likely going to be like a forms.init, and then we're going to create a Mac window and let Xamarin.Forms paint that window essentially. So it's pretty sweet that you can do that. Yeah, okay. Let's see what our app delegate looks like. This is the only Mac specific thing we'll do. So nothing here, did finish launching. We may write some stuff in here, we'll terminate. Okay. So in here, we're going to new up a NS window. This is pretty boilerplate stuff, just to get things to work. And then this is where we get to give our window like the size and width of what it is. So this is NS window style. This is clearly a Mac UI object, and we're giving it like 200 by 1000, no, 1000 by 1024. So the X and the Y are like where it starts, and then this is the size of the window. Xamarin.Forms on a Mac, sure, that can stay. Yeah. And then in the main window, oh, we do need that line of code to return that window that we have just newed up. There we go. And did finish launching is where we initialize Xamarin.Forms. And then we call the base. There you go. All right. Now this is complaining about a bunch of things because we don't have the using statements in here. So that's the windows coming from app-get, and the rest should be Xamarin.Forms. There we go. Oh, why does it not know main window? How can you not know that, Xamarin? Oh, we did not add macOS this package. Well, you never said that in the docs. Maybe they should say it. Yeah, they never said it. Okay. Fine. So we're going to look for Xamarin.Forms.platform and .mac. No, did they take it out? No, that can't be true. Let's see. Because I know they're looking at all of these things now. That we have WPF for sure. Where's the Mac one? They have Tizen, sure. Where is it? Did they take that package out because it's not supported anymore? That will be funny. I mean, we can move off from the Mac, but I was hoping that we could render on all desktops. We did WPF for Windows. C#. See, that's the one we did for Windows. GTK Linux, thank you, but where's my Mac? Tizen. This may be a no-go if they took out the NuGet package. And I can give a hard time to the Xamarin folks to say, where is it? Because the Xamarin.Forms, the full Xamarin.Forms NuGet package does not have the renderers for Mac that we're looking for. I don't know. Oh, hello, green screen. Today, Elgato is particularly upset with me. Alright, let's fix you again. Alright. There you are. Please stay there, Elgato. Okay. It may be a no-go without this. Let me check. I have written about this in the past. So hang on a second. I'm going to go to make sure that I'm not missing anything. What can I search on? It's funny that I have to search for my own stuff. Yeah, okay, that's me. Mac. This, by the way, is our blog site, so we write all of our stuff here. Why XAML? Why now? Microsoft and GitHub. Styling. Xamarin.Forms on the web, which is through WASM. Yeah, there you go. Light up Mac apps with Xamarin.Forms. What am I missing? Cocoa app, we did that. Okay, now first in the Cocoa app, we edit that NS main story file. So see, I did not add that other platform.mac reference. So maybe we don't need it. let's do this. I'm going to trust my my documentation over this thing that they're writing us to do, because clearly, like this reference, it's not there. All right, so let's see. In the Cocoa template, configure storyboard implementation, info plist file, remove the ns main storyboard file source entry. All right, info plist. That's the one. And do we just remove it? Delete. There you go, gone. Okay, and we added Xamarin.Forms references in the package. Yeah. In main.cs, ns application init. We did that, right? Yep, and then the delegate is the app delegate. We did that. Oh, come on. Elgato is really finicky here. So folks, I'm just showing you my desktop through this Elgato, and it is throwing fits over and over again. Let's give it a real kick this time. I'm going to unplug everything, and now let's see if it picks up. Sorry about that, folks. Give me my desktop back. There. All right. If you green screen on me, Elgato, one more time, I'm going to be very unhappy. All right. So let's see. Even here, I am doing that reference. Let's make this a little bigger, maybe. So where is this Xamarin.Forms platform macOS reference coming from? I cannot imagine this is built in. Yes, window, main window. Chat room, if you have any ideas, let me know, because I have done this before and it's not liking. It's back in store buffered. Yeah, I got all of that. Maybe it needs a build. All right, now let's build our Mac. Build error. Got it. Sure. Override in this window. I'm wondering if something's changed in the Mac implementation. We can move past it, but I was really hoping to make it work on a Mac. Okay. I don't know how to fix it, because like this separate resource is not to be found in NuGet, and this is code I have written before and it's worked fine on a Mac. Yeah. So it's not liking the main window. Register app delegate. Let me see if Visual Studio is just getting confused for no reason. Override. No, it is getting confused. Oh yeah, I can make you public. I'm returning. Oh, man. Elgato, what's going on with you today? All right. No, I don't know. It's pretty much that's the exact code we have to write. So it's not liking something here. So we'll figure it out later, I suppose. So let me get rid of the Mac project and get back to some functionality. Yes, go ahead and delete all of it. All right. So let's get back here. So we had at least our UI working, and the thing that I was curious is, like, this is returning just a list of all of the posts that we get back from that JSON thing, but there's no way to kind of add search or kind of filter that list. And this is where I found something that I have actually never used. So let me look at Xamarin.Forms docs. Not an ad, but this one. Get started. Where is it? Quick starts, tutorials. No, just go back to main Xamarin.Forms docs. Show me the UI. XAML basics, user interface. All right, that's the one. Control reference. Let's look at views. So in here, there was a control that caught my eye that I've never actually used. So that one here is the search bar. See, this one here essentially presents you with a search bar on top of whatever page you're building and lets you search through whatever is your data context. And it has some UI components built in. So it has things like cancel button, character spacing, a whole bunch of properties. Yeah, okay. So let's add a search bar. How about that? So here's our list view, and it's not going to like it until I put this inside of a stack layout. Let's do orientation vertical. And then we're going to put this stack layout all the way down under here. And we'll fix up some of the spacing things later on. Oh no, not this, not that. I want to paste this one. All right, so I'm not doing any functionality, but does it still work if I just add a search bar? Where's my simulator? Oh, okay. Yeah, it does work, but it's way up there. Okay. All right, good to know. We can fix that up. Let's do a margin of, so left, yeah, maybe like 20 on all sides. Does that fix it? Jeez. Sorry, folks. This green screen thing is really bugging me. It never dies on other days, but then today it's been dying like 4 or 5 times already. Really frustrating. Maybe it's something about my connection or my wires is like really weak. Sorry about that. I can pull up my crying face again, or Visual Studio trying to fight me. This is actually not Visual Studio, it's just Elgato. Okay, we'll stay there. And let's see, what did we do? We added the spacing. Okay, so it's come down a little bit, not much. So we probably need a little bit more, and we probably don't need to be consistent all through. So in XAML, like any kind of property that has like edges, so it's left, top, right, bottom, right? So let's do left is this, top is 30, and bottom, and this can be 10 each. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, better. We can move it down a notch, but we have a search items. Yay. Okay, we'll make this 50. Now we can implement some functionality. There's a placeholder. Now what we are pulling back is titles, right? So we can say search titles, right? Because this is bound to the title thing. Okay, so let's look at how they do this. Here we don't need to initialize with C# anymore. Oh, so it's got a bunch of properties here. Placeholder, placeholder color. We can borrow these two, just to make things look a little nicer. Make things nicely aligned. There we go. All right, so yeah, they made things orange, which we don't need to. All right, so okay, so here are the events. So it has a text changed. Hey, Dan Siegel, good to see you. Good to see you. Hang on. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Confetti? There you go. Good to see you. So explicit with your page content property. I know. I am just trying to see if I can get a basic UI working. So yes, this does not have any MVVM design pattern, nothing at all. This is just straight up trying to see if I can make a UI function, because I have never actually used this search bar thing, and it sounds like if they have enough functionality built into it, so like on top of any list of things you provide, this may be an easy thing to just like strap on and go. So they have a text change property. This is going to fire like every time you change your text. Is there another property that I can use, like on when you tab out of it? Okay, placeholder, text color. So I get the text property. Is there an API documentation? Oh, it's got a search button pressed. Oh, hang on. This is doing it all in C#. Well, it supports commanding. Good, good, good. Very good. So that's going to make Dan happy. I meant you actually had the content page content property declared. What do you mean? This one? It's yeah, I mean, probably just habit, and maybe, I mean, this is, I didn't do anything to this page. This is just whatever Xamarin.Forms template spits out. But yeah, you don't need to declare that, obviously. The stack layout should make it function and know that that's the view you want to enclose in that content layout. All right, so they have search button pressed. Is there a search button in there? Okay, methods, clear value, focus, okay, is set, layout, events, binding context change, child removed. Oh, they have a lot of events here. Even that is raised when the user presses the search button. Where is the search button? Is there a search button that I'm missing? Let's run this one more time. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. So if I do search button pressed, tab. Ew, that's an ugly looking event handler name, but okay, I'll go with that. Save that. Code behind. This is so dirty. I feel you, Dan, but this is just to try. Okay. So can I do say search text equals, what is the name of this thing? We never give it a name. This is bad, so let's call just that search button pressed. And take out this part. There you go. Search bar dot text. Will that give us what? Let's see. A2BG. I guess the search button is in the keypad. Yeah, I think it may be triggered like if you hit the enter key as well. The best thing is to look at Xamarin.Forms code. You'll be surprised at what you'll find in code that you won't find in the API docs. Yeah, true. And Dan, since you're here, I might ask you about what I was seeing on the Mac front, but let me finish this up and then we can go, because like this is a simple Xamarin.Forms project. So last week I was working on this, and I'm trying to get like a hello world list of things going, and I have it working on WPF, and I've done like the Mac heads before, but I just did not care for that today. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. Okay, let's see if we can trigger this. Okay, so if I go ABC and enter, yeah, sure enough, it does trigger it. Perfect. Now, yeah, and we get the ABC. Perfect, perfect. Okay, that's all we need for that. So, yeah, let's filter our list of things based on the search bar. That'll at least be just the basic functionality, right? Is there anything else? On focus, so you can obviously do this on text changed and when it loses focus on all of that stuff. Okay, so what are we doing? So this is our initial binding, and we would have to change this, right? So we have a get posts in the manager, so we could perhaps write another thing here. This doesn't even need to be a task in a way, because like I have all of the data right here, so I can just return an observable collection of the type posts, and I could say filter posts. Okay, well I do have to take in the string. Filter text. Yeah. So I'm going to create a new observable collection of, so that I'm not messing with the with this one, which is like for the whole app and the whole page, to keep track of all the posts. So let's call it filtered collection. I'm sure I can do this a little more efficiently, but let's just get it to work first. Oh, what happened? There you go. There you go. Okay, and now we have to write some link, fun link. Okay, hang on. Let me return this thing. Filtered collection. Okay, now are you happy? Yep. All right, so from in here, we could just do the binding, redo the binding again. My posts list dot item source, and again, all of this can be data bound like on XAML, so we don't have to do this explicitly. We can do the posts handler dot filter posts by the search text. So carry that thing from our UI and try to do some filtering, which obviously like we will have to do things like making sure the user input is it's cleaned up and scrubbed before we send it off and do a query. But you can't do SQL injection because I'm literally working on an in-memory thing. All right. Okay. So now let's look at filtering this actually. I'm gonna forget the syntax. I don't remember link syntax. What is it? Let's just do link. Language integrated query. Okay. This might do just the basics. Link to objects, link to XML. Yeah, I mean this might do. I'm not doing anything. So this is an IEnumerable. We're returning from. Okay, we can copy from that. Like that's the collection of integers, and we're returning that. Okay, let's copy this. This is how professional devs work. We copy and paste code. Okay, so I understand you're going to throw up on a bunch of things, but let me do a filtered collection equals okay, from let's just call it post in my posts, because that's what the whole collection is, where post dot eu is this. Oh, I need the system.link. Oh, sure. Okay. Okay, now can I refer to by name? Yeah, there you go. So the post object has these things, right? Title dot, let's just say contains. Well, what else can it do? I'm sure it can do like starts with, clone, compare, contains. Yeah, contains is fine, and we're just going to pass in the filter text that we got, and then looks like if I look at this one here, I have to do like a select post. Is that it? No. It does not care for this. What did I do wrong? From posts. Oh no, green screen again. Jesus. Elgato, wake up and reboot yourself. Yes. It's like the 5th or 6th time it's happened today. Oh no. Now it's back. Something's going on with my wires today. I felt like system and system link should come in automatically for every single code file. Yes, it's not. So you have to pull it in. Okay, what did I write wrong? So it's complaining about what? Cannot implicitly convert IEnumerable to. Jeez, what does Elgato want today? Okay, let's give it a full reboot. Lambda will be cleaner. Yes, I would love to write some Lambda. Hang on. I'm just going to redo all my wires here into my Mac and then reboot the Elgato so we don't keep seeing this. Never bothers me nowadays, but today is not a good day for the Elgato. All right. Let me see if I can highlight messages today. Let me see. Yeah, I was doing a stream with James Clancy from the Xamarin team the other day, and he was like, I see that green screen all the time. It's freaking annoying. There you go. That's what I missed. I did not sacrifice a child to the streaming gods. Okay, hopefully that stays. Yeah, Abhijit, if you have a clean Lambda expression, I would love it. So it does not like the fact that I'm making that into an observable collection. Alright. I mean, it's the same thing. Wait, what is now enumerable? Hang on. Get back to what it was. Can I just cast it? Okay, it's the same thing pretty much. I mean, I don't know why it complains between enumerable, and it's just like it's the same C# generic thing with a few like extra bells and whistles. So we are forcibly casting it now. So okay, here's my link. So from posts, look into my full collection where the post title contains this, and then select post, return that, and recast it back as a filtered collection and return that. Okay, does that build? Build. Alright, so Dan Siegel is saying filtered collection.add range link expression. Oh. Okay. So I guess like any expression, I mean, you can hand it off to a collection and then it'll do. Okay. I can try that, but let's see if this one works. I mean, at least it compiles. It's nasty looking, but it compiles. Yeah, Abhijit, if you have like a cleaner Lambda, let me know. But will this work? Let's try. Oh, I should probably have put a breakpoint. Alright, stop. Okay, so here we have our posts. Now these are all in Latin. I do see this word dolorem. Maybe we can search for this, or sin, or maxim. Yeah, many of them have this dolorem word, which I don't know what it means, but search. Maybe that. So if I hit today, this green screen is going to drive me nuts. I will redo my wiring and see what's going on. Why is the input failing again and again? Hang on, folks. I thought we had gotten it to a point where, like, the other thing is, like, I'm dealing with a MacBook that's really old, so my ports are actually failing. So that adds to the fun. But we had gotten it to a point where I could trust it for a couple of hours on a certain port, but today is not its day. Okay. Okay, let's see. Dan is saying time to expense. Actually, it's funny, Dan, so let me pull up some of the new messages. So yes, I'm getting a new MacBook. The new ARM ones that they released for this year, I still can't trust those things yet. I know they're going to be cheaper, but I really like the 16-inch MacBook, which I know you said like you got it like right before they released that one last year, which was I think like in September, October timeframe. It still is a very good like workhorse, I think. So that's what I might end up asking our procurement to get. it's, I mean, the new i9 processors, and it does have the AMD Radeon 5500 GPU, so that's a pretty good one. Yeah, I hear you. Yes. You'll always end up having buyer's remorse, but it's particularly bad sometimes when you like put in an investment of a few grand. I mean, MacBooks are not cheap when you like fully deck them up, and then you see them release something new. Yeah. Okay. What is it? All of you are saying Motz's MVVM helper. Ooh. What is that? I have not used that. Let me take a look. And Abhishek, thanks for posting a Lambda. I can definitely try that. I don't know. Let's see if my Elgato holds up. All right. So can I hit an enter? Yeah. Oh. Specified cast is not valid. Oh, so it's the casting that it's complaining about. Okay, we can try. All right, let me see. Do a for each on it. Yeah, that's the nasty way of for eaching over an enumerable. What about this one that you're saying, Abhishek? Maybe I can give this one a try. Let me highlight that. Yeah, let's give this one a try. Okay, we're going to comment this line out. And let's see, so you're saying, let's do the filtered collections equals my posts dot where. Can you do that? Oh yeah, you can, sure can. All right, then X lambda where X dot title. This is much cleaner if I can make it work. Dot contains the filtered text, and then what do we have to add? enumerable. Okay, so we can force this one more time and see if that works. Okay, it doesn't complain at least. All right, let's run this. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. You may want to use, yeah, I hear you both. Let me try this, and then I will do the other one. All right. So we got the filtered text. It does not like the casting at all. Okay, now let's see what you're saying. Each time we don't. Okay. So if I mean, that's the same as newing up a new observable collection, right, Abhishek? That's no different, really, from just casting it. It's very different? Okay. Okay, let's try it. All right, so if we take okay, see, I'm learning new things today. Let's show you this. So you can't cast, say, an array T to an observable collection T. That's why you're getting invalid. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So are you saying that instead of casting, if I just do a new, well, if I take all of this stuff, if I do this, and here if I go a new observable collection of the type posts, and then I put the lambda in, right? Is that what you're saying? Return new, yes, that's what I did. Yes. I think that's what I did, and this should be working because now we are not casting it. Now we are newing it up, and the lambda is supposed to do its filtering before each object is created. Thank you, both of you. Okay, let's see if this will work. No, come on, enter. Okay, and we got 0. No, that was 0. No, it's still 0. It should have found something. Did the filter text not come out? Nope, that came out right. What is it missing? My posts was 100. See, these are all the posts, and they do have the word dollar in it. I'm confused why it might not return anything. And where did my music just stop? There you go. Okay, can we search for maybe something else that we know is going to match? This being, how about Magnum? No, it's not doing the filtering right. All right, let's read your messages and see what I'm doing wrong. All right, so Abhijit is saying return new observable collection posts. This is no different from what I have, right? I'm just newing it up instead of just doing it all on once. And then you're saying take your link query and assign it to a dummy variable like a var. Why does it need to be a var? Like, why is it getting confused if it's an observable collection? Okay, let's do one more. You're actually creating more overhead and memory demand than you need because you're just replacing the property with an entirely new value. The UI is listening for an origin which is never utilized. Yes, I mean, the efficiency part aside, I'm confused why this would not work. I'll try the var, but I don't know, it should work. Let's try it again. Okay. No, it's 0. It's something about the link query that it's not liking. Can I go back to mine? Hang on 1 second here. Because like this is basic link. I mean, and you folks said that this will complain that it cannot cast it here. Let's try one more time. Contains is case sensitive. Okay, that may be the reason why. Yes, you're right. Why is it like my caps lock is not on? It's the search thing that by nature is just, I don't know why the first letter has to be capital. I'm not doing that, it's just what it's returned. Okay, yes, sorry. I hear you, invalid cast. Okay, fine. Geez, how difficult is just a simple search? Okay, if I do this, yes, so let's highlight more of your messages. Yes, string comparison should do that, but I also don't know, like it's the auto capitalization is on the search box, which I don't know how to turn it off. But even with like an exact match, it's not doing its thing. Let's try again. Well, nothing here starts with a smaller. Everything is small letters. Okay, maybe I'll just fudge the string and we can see how we can turn off capitalization. No, wait, go back up here. And I'm going to change this string forcibly. There we go. Do it again. And now we have 27, so it is case sensitive. Yeah, so that was it. So let me close these things down. Filter text lower. Yeah, that's a hack, but I don't know why the UI doesn't, like, I'm sure there is an option of turning it off. Okay, so if I let this go, it should give me all the things that contain $rem or some form of dollar in it. Okay. And then there's a cancel. Oh, the cancel actually triggers the reverse. Okay, so on cancel we should be able to undo the filter. Yeah, okay. We're not canceling it. So it's getting bound to a nothingness. Alright, so let's do to lower just for a hack. That's it. Okay, now I can fix up a few other things. Then, if you're still here, I want to show you something that I just saw that was strange, because we have done things like that in the past. So let me close out these things, and that is the Xamarin.Forms head working on macOS, because I did not know that they had done anything. It's still in preview. I mean, they're not doing anything with it until like probably Maui, which will have more official thing. But this should work, but it did not work for me. And I had done this, stuff like this, on my own as well, but it's not liking it. So let me redo that while I have you. It's been in preview for like 5 years. Yeah, the WPF stuff, that's been accepted. Everything is good to go on even the GTK Linux front. But what happened to the Mac? At least, I mean, I can understand it's in preview, but I need to get it to work to see how things are. So I'm going to do this again. New project. This is the Mac Cocoa app. Yeah, so I'm not doing anything different. And we're going to call this Xamarin.Forms goes places dot macOS. Catalina is fine. This is fine. So it does that. And let me pull up something I had written. no, what is it called? Maybe light up Mac apps. But there we go. I'm trying to find my own post from a while back, but it's not working. So you got the Mac project, then you add Xamarin.Forms, and you add the project. Let's do those two. All right, Microsoft bought Xamarin. It was no longer a potential source for revenue. I don't know. Yes, but things are getting. I mean, this is exactly what we complain. Like Xamarin developers have complained. Like we sometimes don't have trust in the maturity of the tool set, and things don't work. So maybe that's what they're trying to address with .NET 6 and Maui. So this is Mac OS. I'm going to try this one more time. Let's get NuGet packages lined up. So first thing is get Xamarin.Forms. Add that whole thing, and then we're going to add packages. Let's see. Yep, it's got that. In our references, we're going to add a reference back to the .NET Standard library. And that worked. Okay, now one other thing I do is, just so the macOS thing does not do its own like storyboarding thing, I take out this line. Delete. There you go. Save. And now we have an app delegate, but I think the main CS needs to add its thing. So it needs to add this delegate file, which I don't know why it's not hooked up like on iOS. I mean, it just knows that it has to launch that. All right. And then on app delegate, we have to new up a window. So I'm going to do an NS window, which is an app-kit thing. But then, like so Dan, if you're still with me, like this, like Xamarin.Forms.platform.Mac OS thing, this NuGet package is not there anymore. I mean, the WPF one is there, the Linux one is there. And this cannot be included as a part of Xamarin.Forms, so it complains about not being able to find that thing. But let's try. So we're going to copy all of this stuff in here. So far so good. And now we're going to say using Xamarin.Forms. And it's this next line that it really chokes up on, because it doesn't know that there is a main window to override. Well, didn't complain. No, it is complaining now. Okay. So let's see what gives. I'm going to add these lines on did finish launching. All right. Okay, so let's see. That's what I thought, but this is like a departure that the Mac head is included in Xamarin.Forms NuGet, because they don't do that for WPF. They don't do that for yeah, well, what I meant then for the NuGet not to be found is like the WPF and the GTK and all other heads, like the Tizen head, those are all separate packages. And I did not know that they had included that as a part of Xamarin.Forms, because then why do we have the other ones around? Okay, so it's not liking these two things. That's what I was seeing. The thing that it should add back is, let's see, Xamarin.Forms.platform. See, this is a departure. Look, only the macOS one is included then, because the other ones are not. Like, it doesn't have the other ones. So this should be it, right? WPF and GTK have to be separate packages because they both use the same. Oh, so this has got to do with the monikers. Good to know. Target framework monikers. Yeah, okay. All right. So that should be it, right? Let me see. in my code what had I done before. So yep, that's all good. That's all that I should have to do. And even like the Xamarin docs say the same thing. Like you add your package of Xamarin.Forms, add reference to the project, add the app delegate, also add a using Xamarin.Forms project if the namespace is different. Oh, maybe a NuGet package for that. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm missing. So up here, so if I do using because the namespace for this one if I look at like the posts list, for example, what's the namespace? It's just Xamarin.Forms going places, and it should have a reference to that. Okay, so what am I missing? I'm not sure the Tizen package you're talking about because the Tizen target is also in the Xamarin.Forms project. Yes, Dan, but I think there's a separate thing for Tizen. So here's what I was saying. If I go look in here in the NuGets, if I do Xamarin.Forms.platform, you see the WPF is here, GTK is here, Tizen is here, right? So they just separated out. I mean, no big deal if the Mac one is included, I just didn't know. But this is what's bothering me. Why does it not compile? Because it does not know what these things are. It doesn't find a method to do that. Let's do a rebuild. One build. So this is something I need to look into. Oh, it's 11:50. I need to get lunch out for our kid. But let me know then, or Abhishek, if you're still here, how I can get around this, because I mean, this is code I've written in the past. That's all you should have to do to make like we're initializing Xamarin.Forms right here, and it's all. I mean, it's just missing something. No, I don't want to generate a method. Nope. I see. So maybe the Tizen one was released separately by the Tizen team. Yeah. Oh, hang on. This may be what it is. So it needs to inherit from a certain base class. Yes. Thank you. So, yes. They should probably highlight this in the docs. Yes. Okay. Yay! That goes away. Okay. Does it compile? It should now. Yeah, Abhishek, you're new to Xamarin, but you are already helping out quite a bit. So thank you. It's a good place to be, and if you look at the Xamarin promise, like the platform heads and everything, it's just the tooling. Like we have had struggles in the past, and I think they're trying to address some of it. They have a long runway between now and like .NET MAUI, which is next year in November. So hopefully, the community and everybody together, we can make the right changes. Okay, so now let's switch. So we are going to make this the startup project, and fingers crossed, let's see what's going to happen. Run. Eek. Let's see. Okay, it built. Did it not run? could not find Newton's of JSON. I really should stop using Newton's of JSON. Okay. Hey, it's Dan in the name here. Oh, well, you got people asking for Prism help, Dan. You're the man. Yeah, okay. Hang on. I know how to fix it. And that is, I really should just use the system.json, but I have just like what it's complaining about is like this class file uses Newton's of JSON for the JSON property things, and it's saying I don't have it in macOS. So that's easy to fix because that's the most downloaded thing ever yet. Still, I mean, shouldn't it just tell me? Oh, I mean, I guess the build cannot catch it because it's in the other project. YouTube, Twitch channels. Yes, Dan is the man. Can I highlight your messages, Dan? Let's see if it'll let me highlight links. No, sorry, can't highlight links. But Dan Siegel, you know where to find the man. All right. Yay! Okay, I gotta say hooray. Yeah, got some sounds. Alright, so it looks ugly as hell, but it works. So same thing. Oh, look at that. This one here like forces it to be lowercase, which is nice. And does the search work? No. Well, that's fine. That's a separate conversation. No, actually, maybe it did work. No, it did not work. Okay, but I can look into this. At least, like, this is the native Mac app, and it's at least functioning UI-wise, and then we can fix up what it's failing on. Okay. All right, that's all I wanted to do. Pretty dumb of me not to realize the app delegate class there, Dan. Yeah, Dan the man. Alright, I think that's kind of the basics of what I want to do. I have never used this search bar, so I was just curious if I can add some search functionality to any list view. It looks like it does work. I'll have to clean up like the UI and how it responds in a way, but good to have at least a basic search bar working with it where you don't have to do like the search button pressed and everything by yourself. And it does do like commanding, so we can do all of that. Okay, all right. I think that's all I want to do today. I have to get lunch for my kid, but Dan and Abhishek, I love you. I love you for all the help that you provide on the streams. Much appreciated, and I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. And yeah, I'll see you on the next stream. Come back tomorrow, maybe 10 o'clock. We'll have a nice little chat stream going, and then we'll go back to regular streams for next week. In fact, next Thursday, I'm not doing a Xamarin stream because we have an all-day stream. Turns out our beloved Silverlight support for Silverlight ends in October of 2021. So we are doing a full-day stream to figure out like what are your migration paths out of Silverlight, and there are lots of them. So that should be a fun stream. We'll have some guests on, and we'll live code all day. So looking forward to that. And once again, I appreciate all of you. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.